The gerbils in March have been pretty chaotic, so it's nice to start with this little scene inside the terror tank, not so terrifying. There's Pandy, Mama's Slip, Squirrel, Teague, Boy, and a couple of newborns all just huddled together and having a little sleep here. They just look so peaceful. I remember being quite lucky to get this shot. And from there to a bit more chaos with Joe White and the foxes, who are, see, maybe 14-week-old grown gerbils at this point, and the hoppers. I think there's about 3 foxes and 4 hoppers, and I think this is Joe that we see in a bit more clarity in a minute.
Ah, how you doing, Gerbs?
Yeah, we can see this, the poop deck where they poop. This is Shorty, I think. Oh, it's great to see Shorty again. One of my favourites. So this is a brand new wheel and a brand new tank, which I'd scored that evening along with some gerbil swag. And I've got them all out in the pen. Joe White's loving a new wheel. Ah, there's Joe White at the forefront. The 3 foxes don't really have names at this point. Wow. Oh god, this gorgeous dog's back on. There's Joe White. Time to stop filming, isn't it? Yeah. Time to stop filming. Come on. She's a master of escape. So here they are in the new home. And I've used a part from an old tank there to give them an extra level, an extra layer. Pringles tin to stop them escaping, but the reflective surface on the underside is going to make them more determined to escape. So yeah, it's really nice to have that extra bit of view and the other glass tank next to them so that they can enjoy the company of the other older gerbils. You see, hello, to the right, there's the standing water bottles. One is in wood and one is in metal, and I would later switch the 2 bottles around, and the smaller plastic one on the left would be absolutely chewed to bits, leaking water everywhere. And that's, yeah, the water bottle casualty. I could put the water bottle in the top of the tank, but I need something for the smaller ones to reach. This is, I just had the brightness up so we could see Squirrel. a condensation of squirrel. I like squirrel better. And back to the foxes and hoppers enjoying their new toys. And they're just adorable. They've become, the four of them, quite, that's Waggletail and Short and Longtail. They're not, there's only one of them is a little shy. And they'll come up and they'll sit in my fingers or in my palm. And today I was able to lift a couple of them up and move them between tank and pen quite easily.
Hello? Anybody gonna come out?
So this is a new baby in the terror tank. There's quite a few of them. Okay, so this is Pandy and Teague. Teague is the one with the little bite out of one of her ears and has just given birth, which was a surprise to me because Pandy and Teague lived quite happily for 6 or 7 months, me assuming they were both girls, and because pregnancy seems to be in the air, and it was quite difficult because I had arranged to give them away the following morning and I didn't want to part with them, and eventually I found the pet store would take Teague with her babies, leaving Pandy alone. Yeah, this was quite difficult. So Teague has left me, Shorty has left me, and Boy from the terror tank has left. It's a big central tank. See just how absolutely teensy these little babies are, just like worms.
Camera?
And the pet store also agreed to take a look at the 3 foxes. So these are the adults, about 16 weeks old at this point, who live with Joe White, and the little hoppers who you've seen a lot of. And we took them to the pet store. 2 of them were male, 1 female. So we took the female back, and bonus feature, the female was pregnant and gave birth last night on the 4th of April. So we're back in the terror tank here. This is the first time one of these little babies have ever been up here. Hello. I'm quite excited at this point. And there's quite a few of them, all different colours. 2 different mothers. He or she just tapped my hand as I walked past. Hello, gorgeous. Did you see that? There's one looks just like her mother, Slippery. Oh no, this little albino, I lost my shit the first time I saw it. Like some sort of luminescent ghost. Look how bright. Some of that is sunlight, not just the camera's reflection. I was going to say there's a little baby that's exactly the same colour as her mother, Slippery, who's like a kiwi fruit. Got a little beige bear cub. And a darker browner cub. They all tend to hide in that little coconut shell type object at the back. I have to be careful not to lavish too much attention on that albino. Yeah, I've seen these two play together quite a lot. And as of yet, I'm not actually sure how many there are in here. I think 5 newborns. I'm taking them out later today to clean them, but because they're so young, I didn't want to clean the tank right away. And there's some bedding going on that far side as well. Yeah, Little White Hope, I've christened an albino. So here we can see the 2 male foxes have left this place, and which meant choosing a name for the remaining female was quite easy. Fox or Lady Fox. So here's the Joe White family. You saw them in the tank all quite...
Yeah, oh wow!
Well, it's kind of pointless talking about the tank with this footage because this is just sheer gone wild chaos. It's a good one to end on, quite manic and yeah. These stars were given to me by an old neighbour, and they're stacked on top of one another so that Melissa, now Mr. Melissa, our male, can get out because he is so shy. Oh! But they've carved little secret ways in so I can often find them in under the big star. If I lifted that up now, I suspect there's one underneath. It's hard to keep track, they just move so fast. And this was a very eventful month.